Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with VSA 360. Now, we do see yesterday the continued sell-off that we have and another interest rate hike, 75 basis point, which is happening in here. So let me just bring you the update in place. But many of you already know the sell-off has started as we've seen the big sell-off that we have, the 30 points drop on our KLCI yesterday that has turned our KLCI Pentagon Guider to red. Now that's right. So this is what we will have for you in here, and let's take a look at what is the prognosis so far. So today in our breakfast show for episode 44, we will be talking about the completion of the stage 3 market distribution. That's right. After the stage 3 market distribution, we have the stage 4, and we did have that yesterday. The KLCI red Pentagon sell-off that we've seen, that was a widespread down. And I know that many people don't like this kind of sell-off while they were expecting the election, general election 15 to continue. And it's always this the case. I say sometimes that's what it's really playing a lot of havoc in the mind of the trader. Market continue to be volatile. There is opportunity, but you need to be agile, as I said before. Now, reading the market using VSA would always be the best. So this is definitely a test of time and the test of your patience in here. The S3 stage 3 distribution is already happening. Now we are beginning the stage 4 markdown, but we still do have the 20-day moving average, which I'll share with you. So red Pentagon will appear in many of the stocks that we are talking about in here, the sell-off in here. So the question is, what's your rule in here? Are you still in the market? If you're not, what do you plan to eat? As I said before, early on, try to have small target profit in here so you can quickly get in and get out in here. And of course, one of the best way is actually back testing the Pentagon Guider setting up. That will give you the good win rate and confidence level to trade. As VSA 360, again, time and time again, every week we show to you that there are some trades. If you follow those green Pentagon, you're able to make some small profit here. Join our 10-day free trial and test it out in here. Why not join our masterclass, which we are starting next weekend? All right, that's right. Next weekend's our masterclass. Continue to follow our Pentagon Guider trading portfolio in here. And also, we'd like to hear your feedback and how we can do this in here. Of course, all this is possible. We are VSA 360 in here. And the focus on our Friday breakfast show is on the intraday trade, where due to the market volatility, capitalizing some of the new features, including stock alert and risk and reward. Now, let's take a look at the for the month of November, at least on the first week of November in here, and let's take a look at some of the so-called, that was the email I have, because I want to show you later on the intraday email that you get if you're part of the VSA 360 in here. Definitely we have a lot of red Pentagon in here. You could see this is the VSA 360 public alert in here. Everything is turning red. As I said, Hatalega, Kosan, Star, Sedania, Supermax, Pharma, everything is all red. Even the individual stocks, Hyptech is red, Farm Fresh, Harlin, IOI, KLCI turn green on the 3rd of this KLCC. Okay, I thought it was KLCI. Okay, misread that one. Mr. DIY, only Mr. DIY turned green, but I think eventually it did hit the low too, but it hasn't turned yet. So some of these stocks, even like CTOS, turned green Pentagon early on, but they did came back down again. So a lot of these stocks on your own notification, check it out in here. Now, also more important is turn our attention to the foreign funds flows. All right, foreign funds flows, you have this finally, we said before, we are seeing the 1st of November, and then just yesterday we have this minus 56. There isn't any update yet for the 2nd. I suppose we should get a 2nd and a 3rd update very soon here. They're very small, the net inflow in here. So just keep in mind that the foreign funds will be pretty much, as I said before, leading into November. Now, I did make a comment on this morning podcast talking about the likelihood of KLCI market to sell off, which I'll share with you in here. Logistics still continue to be the top trend here. The usual suspect, even healthcare has diminished. So right now you can see everything's turning red in here. But today we did have the market going back 6 points. Top Glove is in there in charge. Hata is 196. right? 2% up, and many of them are, sort of turning positive after the huge seller that we see. Again, more importantly is looking at the sector. Let's take a look at the KLCI sector. So we have half of them are still green, the other half are all red. KLCI has turned red, so that is the biggest, big Energy still holding up. We have an uptrust here, and then with technology still green. Actually, technology, hey, that's pretty interesting, right? Technology is still green. Healthcare is already turned red. Pentagon, there you see this big sell-off that we have, right? And I think foreign funds will be living in here. So check out telecommunication, transport. KLCI is turned red. Pentagon in here. But more importantly is what we talk about previously on the VSA 360 is the monthly seasonal. Now we said before October, because we have the big sell-off, then we have the month of October, which is positive, and then November is already negative, right? We have the big sell-off in here. The question is how negative it is. And December, that's right, December is a rally in here. So you're first being informed that the month of November will likely to be a negative month. So that's why I said before, the only time our KLCI will rally, right, is likely to be after the event of the result of the general election 15. But in between, there will be a lot of shares, as I said before. The VSA 360 able to pick up some of those shares and able to look at them nicely in here. All right. We do a PJ Boomi. Wow, that's a pretty good one. 5th October, 39%. And do check out some of our calendar that we have here and our VSA 360 in here. So more of a reason why you want to be subscribing it. All right. Looking at the rest of our watch list is here, and what are the news by Pentagon flow? All right. So those who has a pretty decent 70 plus KLK, but it's still a red. Pentagon, IGB, MP Corp, Wong is 50%. Okay, so we can take a look at Wong Engineering. There will be some news that's saying that this market can move up. You can see this is how we use the Pentagon guided news flow. As news coming in here, the market seems to be holding up despite having a green Pentagon in here, still green, but it's holding up this morning in here 1% right support. Let's look at the positive cash flow, low gearing. So this is how we want to be looking for those stocks. All right, Smart Robie is giving it 1, does pay a dividend, but ROE is certainly a bit low over here. Also, you want to be looking at industrial main board FADDO, right? It pays a dividend stock. So again, we can look up at the wider chart here. Yep, it's still range bound, as I said before in here. There's a lot of room to swing up. Again, construction, as I said before, part of the budget 2023, not one of the favorable chart, and that's why this market pretty much sell off. Very similar to many of those stocks. So if you're buying this stock, it's definitely going to be on the fundamental ground. It is KLCI is already red. Pentagon, you can see here, that's a red bearish Pentagon. Okay, so this is how we want to look for some of these stocks at 50%. KLK, this one is still red. Pentagon, Wong is green. DNO is green 50%. So we can also look at DNO. Okay, we'll come back and check this one out while the result is here. Let me just type in DNO to the top here. DNO. Okay, we'll look into that and get my team to look into this for that one. So we'll come back. Probably we'll just look at the chart here. DNO. All right, DNO has turned red Pentagon, right? Because of the sell-off that we see in some of the tech stocks in here. The big sell-off. We have the green Pentagon moving, and then the red Pentagon came out. Couldn't carry through the 40-day moving average, and we have that sell out in here, right? So this is the scenario that we are having here. Okay, and okay, so we're done the VSA 360. We've seen the personal notification. Everything's turning red, okay, with all the 9 alert in here. So that's why you need VSA 360 on a daily basis to look at some of the market condition. Now, the KLCI has reached the end of a stage 3, right? Market exhaustion. So we are looking at the stage 4. And remember last week, if you're watching this, we were talking about looking for the red Pentagon. Red Pentagon did come out last night. and as such that red pentagon is here. We do see the volume that is coming down in here, so likelihood this market is likely to go down from in here. All right, all in mind is that the stage 3 distribution is already occurring in here. So what are you going to do with the trade of your stocks? All right, definitely one of the first thing you want to be looking at where is the support level and resistance level, and whether you have some profit. Again, this is a trading kind of condition in here, not much of investing unless you have the smart Robie, better ratings with good FA and trend spanning up. You want to be holding those on the longer term here. Okay, let's look at the KLCI. This was the big red pentagon that we see previously over here. Just matter of like 5 or 6 days, the red pentagon come down, and then eventually the green pentagon will come. And I do think if he does, that is likely to be after the election. So this market might just muzzle along in here. If it does break through this part, like we saw when it broke through here, that means the market will continue to go further down. Not too good, right? It does have this 20-day moving day support in here. That's the monthly support. If it does hold, that'll be good. But we are seeing the beginning of a stage 4, right? A stage 4 market will likely to go downwards. Now on the weekly chart, using the VSA market indicator, you can see we have a one widespread bar, then we hit that upthrust, right? Upthrust is a sign of weakness. Then the market again closing today based on what we have. Then we can see this 20-day moving average for weekly chart seems to be showing that resistance. So this market likely to hold its level in here. Trend is certainly to be turning down. So keep that in mind. Market is turning downwards already, right? So as the market turning down to stage 4, can we still find intraday light? Now it may be difficult with other system, but for VSA 360 we are able to find some of those trades. Again, every Friday morning, I'm just showing you in here, look for the stage 2 markup shares in here, and we have some. So all you got to do is look for the VSA 360 intraday, looking at the green pentagon, which I'll share with you in here. And then if the trade doesn't work out, there's a couple of rules. So we'll be scanning some periods in the past in October. So let's take a look at the 28th of October. In the morning session, as always, we talk about the morning session, you can look for it. And then the afternoon session around 3 o'clock, there's another one you can look at. So in here, we want to be picking those above 47 cents. First one, green pentagon, is the TMC Live. The noise we don't, because it is only 10 cents. We want to look for 47 cents. So 137 is CTOS, those two. And we have another one that appeared at 3 o'clock. JF Tech looks pretty good here. Now remember last week we have this big sell-off that we have. So TMC Live hitting detected at 9:18 in the morning, the intraday, and at 606. Notice the zero line here, and then market hit 635, giving it a 4.9%. Very quick one the next day actually, so you actually hit that 3 to 4% target, giving it a potential profit of 247 from a 5k trade point, simply holding the pentagon intraday. All right, next one is CTOS. CTOS, we spotted it at 139 at 937. Notice above the zero. It hit 143, just a short of 2.8%. Now take note, the stocks that are usually bigger above $1, so they don't move that much, like what we saw previous stocks for that one, which is moving as at least 3 or 4% in here, but you still get a small profit, 143 here for that. So just keep that in mind. But market still holding up for CTOS above the 40-day moving average. Who knows? This is one of those will benefit from the reopening of the market in here, but it didn't go down as much of the selling compared to the rest. Now JF Tech was the other stock, was spotted at 62 cents. So let me just show you what I mean here. At 62 cents here, this is the intraday on the 28th. So all you gotta look, pick down those green one, right? Those green pentagon here, right? And IJM at 624 PRG. So you can see JF Tech came out on the 344. Right, that's another one capped, but it's 48 cents. We don't like them. We want to pick something that is above the 47 cents, 48 cents here. This one, notice also volume is about 600. This is slightly better. At that time, it appeared about 1.7k. Right, we got the Samaden. Okay, that was on afternoon but we picked in some of those in the afternoon session in here, just for study sake here. So you can pick out at 62 cents. Definitely you can see here, notice it's still below zero, and then the market did make a nice push to 66 cents, giving a 6.4% with a potential profit of 322 from a 5k profit here. All right, so you can see this is how we generally look into the market and how we are able to profit from here onwards. Okay, if you have any question you want me to look at, I'll be happy to pencil those in and look into this market that we have. All right. Okay, moving on. So remember, in early on, I have my news in here, and just want to share with you. This is the news that you get, early morning news. This is all the indicator that we have here. You can see some of these, they were emailed to you. So what I want to share with you here is the daily newsletter that you will get. Right, an email we send out to you, so you're receiving if you're existing VSA 360 in here. So you can see PP Jack spotted at 920. This is a Pentagon guided. That's yesterday on Thursday. So remember, I only share with you on all Friday, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there's also some great movement here. You can see Cheetah Global also make a great move, giving the 8% movement in here. So this was Papa Jack yesterday, and this morning continued to have a follow through. So you can see from here, let me just go on to the VSA 360. So definitely a great addition to have. You move on to Papa Jack here, and I'll put on the Cheetah Global. Right, so at the end of the day, the whole point is there are some opportunity that weekly chart. All right, you can see Cheetah Global started to make a nice move after the green Pentagon here. Good one, right? So which means Thursday started to move high. You can see this is a nice follow through. Today is up 3%, and also Papa Jack has a nice follow. Today is up 3%. So very quickly you can find those shares, and only with VSA 360. And if you do your yearly daily screening, then you're able to pick up those. I only pick it up on Friday session in here. So that's just to do the timing that we have in here. So a pretty nice one, a big Thursday move that we have in here. So the idea behind Pentagon Guiders, some of you have been following me, is that going to general election 15 on the 19th of November will have a lot of market volatility. No doubt we can still find those stage 2 shares like we just shared with you, Papa Jack, Cheetah Brown, the week last Friday going on forward. What were those? We have the CTOS, and also we have another one in here. So screen through using the Pentagon Guider intraday. Short-term holding is the right way to play your game here. And remember, every day we have fishes in here. Just pick those stocks above the 47 cents. You'll be fine. And with a good win rate, 3 to 4% profit target. It's then making it much more efficient that way in here. So let's take a look at this morning. Because next Friday, we're going to be coming back and looking at some of these. Let's go to premium alert, go to intraday alert. So make sure you get hold of the intraday alert. Right, this is definitely something that you don't want to miss out in, especially at times like this. You want to be able to do some fishing. So this morning we got Itronic, but 9 cents. We got the IG REITs. We got R1 Tech, 52 cents. Okay, R1 Tech. Let's take a look at R1 Tech here. All right, a nice one early on. Yeah, this is not too bad actually. Started to break above the 200 million. Oh, we will come back, look at it next week. We got R1 Tech. Just easy, right? Just scroll through, look for the green one. IG REITs, IGB REITs. Okay, IGB also turned green Pentagon after being down for so long. Oh, it's probably due to the earnings season too. All right, you can see that's has some potential in here for that one. Of course, you can also look into the afternoon session in here. 29 cents, we want to skip that one. Anything else? All right, so that's what we have for this morning for our intraday. Okay, so keep in mind next week we'll be coming back. So make sure you join me next Friday onwards. Now, we all been saying that very important is our members in here. So we continue to train the next batch of members, which could be you. And for those of you who are existing member, do join our 100-day TradeVSA onboarding orientation for free. All right. So all you got to do is sign up for our masterclass or for our plugin in here, and then you're likely to be the next winner, like what we did previously for Eric, Kitgo, and also Zenali here, right? So start right now on the November month. So if you have intention to become one of our winner trader, consistently performing, having a system in here, our 100-day TradeVSA onboarding orientation is definitely the way to move forward here. And of course, this our masterclass. If you do join us as just a normal plugin, you can join the foundation class 1 and class 2 in here. But for our masterclass, we have the pullback and also futures. Remember this Wednesday, we did talk about the futures. We have a very interesting future system coming up on this coming December, which you are able to make regular income on the daily basis in here by either going long or short. And we all know, make sure you check out the live FB that I talk about, that the CPO market, palm oil market is heading higher as we've seen the Russian and Ukraine war continue. So the palm oil future is another opportunity in here. And of course, if you do see a rebound in the economy, if the Republican take over, then you will see the US market will. So that's something I'll be also sharing on the 4th of December for our masterclass. And all the intraday alert you will get to enjoy, and the chart that you've seen. And you probably know, if you've been following us a while, this is the pullback from our coach here, very experienced in here, to get into students and also trade those very low risk, high reward trades. And then we have the futures we did talk about. So check out the Wednesday talk. We've shared with you one of those trades, daily trades, so you can see the winners and losers on the regular basis. So the product of our VSA story is definitely you. That's always we've been in the interest to train you up to really take into the market, so you are able to benefit from any market volatility and opportunity. All you got to do is look into our trading plans and also pricing in here. A small price to pay, but huge benefit and reward to be coming too. All right, for low price in here. Now also great review been given out from all the members in here. Thank you again. And don't forget to follow us for the month of November, next Wednesday. That's right, the US election. I'll be talking about that because the midterm election will be out. Let's see how well will the Democrat defend their position against the Republican in here. And also after that, then we have our general election 15. So all in place for the great month of November. And remember, right now, they talk about my slide forecast for the month November, and be prepared for the December rally, right? December rally is here. We also love to hear your feedback, and do give us a review in our Google review, and you stand a chance to win 3 months of TradeVSA in here. And of course, our usual program right now will be reviewing a couple of stock that you have. If you do have them, let me just pencil those in there. I'm happy to look into them for you. All right, we have okay, we got some of these, which is from last week, I believe. Yes, that's right. Okay, just pencil in if you have any stock that you want me to look at. Okay, we have big here. Let's take a look at big. Big under the big industry. Okay, this one has turned red pentagon. Unfortunately, you can see from here to here, the high side, yeah, you get about 9% from the entry point. Right, probably here 63 cents, about 10%. That's like I said before, you don't want to let that market go too high up. A lot of things are really turning red pentagon in here. So again, okay, so if you have any stock that you want me to look at it, feel free to pencil those in there. I'm happy to look into it, but more importantly is to get prepared All right, as I said before, the downturn of this market is likely to continue at least until November 19. You might see a bit of relief depending on how the midterm US election is coming here. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel in here for all our updates. And this video will be archived in our YouTube here. And of course, our Telegram chat is the turning point where all our educational material and tips and also my so-called my daily podcast every Monday, Wednesday and Friday will be out, so you can follow my thoughts and what I think of the market. So that's all I have. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. Have a good weekend in here, and definitely don't forget our foundation class for the sign off will be on the November 11th. So if you have signed up for our foundation course, foundation VSA package in here, November 11th is a place where you will start your training, and make sure you join our 100-day onboarding trading challenge in here. Thank you for coming, and great for moving forward with your education in the stock market.